All right, everybody, welcome back. We got another episode of the Crypto Conversations for you. Bryce and Pizza Mind coming at you. We're going to bring the heat today, as we always do. Today, we're going to talk about where to store your crypto, the pros and cons of exchanges versus cold storage versus hot wallets. Let's get into it.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different options, and the key to everything is don't have one way that's going to wipe you out completely.
Number one rule is diversification.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay? In all things, across asset classes, across wallets, across exchanges, never keep all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and the first basket everyone usually gets is Coinbase.
Right.
Coinbase is just about the most secure basket you can have.
Tried and true.
Far and above just about every other exchange in the space. That's not to say no other exchanges are safe, but there's only a handful that I would keep my money in long term. So I could say leave a chunk on Coinbase when you make your first purchase, but then you need to get your own wallet, whether it's a Ledger hardware wallet, a Trezor hardware wallet, and there's some other really interesting ones that are coming out now, but you know, we're no one's guinea pig, you shouldn't be either. Stay with what's tried, tested, and true, and make sure you're always buying your hardware wallet directly from the manufacturer, not from Walmart or Amazon, and definitely not from Craigslist.
Yeah. So Pete, the big idea behind Coinbase versus hardware wallet, a lot of people say, well, Coinbase is so damn easy. Why would I ever send my money off to a hardware wallet? And I think there's a couple reasons. The main reason is, in my opinion, not just security, right? Like the private key is harder to hack than a password for Coinbase. But really, it's the idea that you could always have access to your money at any time from anywhere around the world. And it's not custodied by somebody else who has power over your assets, right? Coinbase is the custodian for your assets. So they could do really what they please. If they want to freeze your account for a reason that they're not going to disclose to you, they could do that. They're holding your money for you. They're like a bank. And so being your own bank, which is one of the big ideas of crypto, necessitates disintermediation. So you're using a hardware wallet to disintermediate a custodian, which is Coinbase. And I think that's really one of the most powerful ideas that Satoshi Nakamoto wrote about in his original Bitcoin white paper, was the idea of non-custodial bearer assets that were only invented and made possible by the blockchain. So I think that's one reason. What do you think?
I think also don't store your crypto on your phone, because phones break, they get lost. It's the main target of hackers to steal that stuff. They're going so far as to setting up fake cell phone towers and sniffing all the traffic that comes through it. So if you are going to be spending your crypto, or if you have NFTs to get into a concert or something like that, have a separate wallet on your phone just for these assets. But your cold storage needs to be completely offline. You need to keep this thing in a safe, not even a safety deposit box, really. Maybe you could have a backup set of keys, safe. A backup set of keys in a deposit box somewhere else. But then connect your hardware wallet to a dedicated computer just for your finances. Don't connect it to the same Windows computer that's always getting viruses or that your kids are going to use.
I'm a Mac guy. I think Mac is fine to use generally. They're a lot more resilient.
Very much so. So have a dedicated Mac computer if possible. Even a Mac Mini, you don't need anything that powerful, but that's only used for your finances. You've got a firewall on there. You've got the best, Malwarebytes antivirus on there, and you turn it off when you're not using it.
Yeah, I think another really good rule of thumb is to make sure you use two-factor authentication. When you're using an exchange, you have to use two-factor authentication, which means you need a separate device like your phone in order to log in that has a rotating password. So that if somebody hacks your password or steals it from a different leak from a different website or something, you're still protected. Because once that money's gone, there's no recourse. That's what's really important. Exchanges do not insure you against a hack. They just don't. And so that's one thing. The other thing I would say is when you're storing your private keys for your hardware wallet, right? You write them down, right? It'll say copy down these words on your recovery sheet, 24 words. Write those down, never take a picture of it, never let those 24 word sequence hit a networked device or any sort of electronic device. Write it down, keep it on paper, and that's the safest way to do it. Now, if I knew a guy who wrote down his password and stored it in the cloud. Guess what? He got hacked. His cloud got hacked. And so once his cloud got hacked, those words got hacked, essentially, and then the crypto got hacked. And so he had his device the whole time, but he lost those words because he put them online. So never, ever, ever, ever put them online.
Yeah, well said.
Not even in LastPass. Not even in LastPass. A lot of people said, I'll put my private keys in LastPass because that's encrypted. That just got hacked, by the way. So I hope nobody was doing that.
Yeah, fortunately, all that stuff is encrypted. But still, if it can happen to LastPass, it can definitely happen to us. Diversify your funds and where they're at.
Yeah.
Coinbase, hardware wallet, a little bit on your phone, maybe even multiple hardware wallets if you want to. But yeah, just make sure no matter what could happen, you don't get completely wiped out because there's still so much upside left in crypto. It'll cover whatever smaller losses may incur as long as you're still in the game.